Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Radpideda. I use they, them pronouns. I am wearing a aquamarine sweater, a black necklace with a beautiful stone on it, a multicolored batik bucket hat, and some square framed glasses. I am a light brown skinned, non-binary person. And I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm a cultural worker building consciousness between healing justice, system change, re-indigenization, and queer futures. And I'm your host for Study into Action. If you're using closed captions, you can click the pop out widget button to go to a different webpage to view the captions. Thank you for choosing to be here. Thank you for all that you do and all that you are. Thank you for choosing to build relationships across culture and solidarity economies, for choosing to study, to act, to transform, to dream, to seed the next world together. In the spirit of seeding the next world, which always means uplifting invisibilized histories, I'd love to do a land and labor acknowledgement. I acknowledge that I primarily live and work on occupied Lenapehoking, the land of the Lenape people, with respect to our Shinnecock, Wampanoag, Haudenosaunee neighbors. We pay respect to their elders, past and present, and thank them for their continued stewardship of the land. We recognize that land acknowledgement is simply one tiny step towards reconciliation, building right relationship with Native people and Native land towards land back. If you want to get to know more about this work and find out about whose land you're on to begin building relationships, check out the link I just dropped in the chat, as well as Indian Collective's Land Back campaign, which I also just dropped in the chat. I want us also to recognize that the stolen land we're on was developed off the backs of stolen people. We acknowledge that some of our ancestors who were enslaved around the world, and especially in the so-called United States, which I prefer to call Turtle Island, we acknowledge those who continue to labor without just compensation, and those who struggle for Black liberation and just economic systems. We want to bring all these folks into the room with us as we move through these series. Let's take a breath together in remembrance of all those ancestors. Now let's get a sense of who is watching this live. Please briefly share your name, pronouns, the land you're on, and a word or two about the energy you're bringing into this experience today. While these answers flow in, we want to take the time to thank the Haystack Mountain School of Crafts, who instigated Phase 1, and Open Collective Foundation, the home of the school for Phase 1 and Phase 2. Study into Action is produced with support from Grantmakers in the Arts and the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, as well as funds from our sending partners, Minneapolis College of Art and Design, the Joan Mitchell Foundation, Arizona State University, the Field, Drexel University, and the Guild of Future Architects. Howl Round Theater Commons is producing and distributing Phase 1 and supporting us with ASL and closed captioning. Thank you, Howl Round. We are incubating a cooperative model of study. We aim to become socially and financially self-determined and invite you to support us in this effort with gifts of time, money, art, or open source code. Any surplus from Phase 1 will support Phase 2 and 3 of our work. Our budget is completely transparent, and you can find it at opencollective.com/study-into-action. I'll drop that in the chat for you as well. There you go. Make sure to also follow us along on Instagram and Twitter at _Art.Coop. If you aren't already following us, here's our handle in the chat. Amazing. What a group. We're here to build relationships, to connect cultural innovators across silos, popular educators, cultural organizers and creators, arts academics, economists, policymakers, community leaders, technologists, and grant makers who are building the cultural economy we want. And now I'm going to pass the mic to the incredible Nati Linares.
Thank you, Rad. Thank you so much, everyone. Hi, welcome to Study into Action. My name is Nati Linares. I am a brown woman carrying an 8-month-old baby. I am wearing burgundy, big oversized glasses, red golden chandelier earrings, and my brown hair is up in a bun. And I am wearing a black shirt with white lettering that says, "Thank God for abortion." I go by she, her pronouns, and I'm on unceded Nipmuc land in Western Massachusetts. And we're so excited to be on this journey with you today for the launch of Study into Action. Before we begin today's program, I think it's important to share some context behind how we got here before we begin. Caroline Woolard and I started this journey when the folks at Grantmakers in the Arts put out a request for proposals to write a report for the arts and culture grant-making community about how we can transform the culture economy through new and solidarity economies in the wake of not only the absolute devastation of COVID, but also the mass awakening that was happening around the pandemic and the pandemic within the pandemic, that is our racial capitalist system. We had the honor of synthesizing over 90 people's ideas around the role of culture in the solidarity economy. So it was organizers, artist organizers, economists, and thousands of you downloaded this report, which came out in March, and you watched the video at Art.Coop. So many of you asked us to keep holding space for these conversations, and we decided to do it. And here we are today, studying into action now with all of you, live streamed. So welcome to Study into Action. From all the positions we sit, whether you're an organizer or a culture worker, a creator, a funder, a student, a mother, gardener, spirit worker, however you identify, we all have a part to play in building not only the cultural economy we deserve, but the culture our babies and their babies will need to overturn and overcome the tumult of the times we find ourselves in. We send love to all of those confronting the floods and hurricanes from New Orleans to Mississippi, all the way up to Pennsylvania and New York City, and we honor the lives that have been lost. Caroline and I brought on incredible new teammates like Marina Lopez, who we met through Cooperation Humboldt, and Shruti Suryanresana, who is an incredible organizer with the South Asian community in New York. We also brought on Rhett Henkel, who's an actor and media cooperative organizer behind Misfit Media, supporting us on tech. Thank you, Rhett. Thank you to Emma Werowinski for our amazing logo and social media graphics. And also to our ASL interpreters, Basilia and Kelly, and live caption writer as well from the National Captioning Institute. And again, thanks to HowlRound for hosting us. So welcome. We hope that you join us on this journey the next 5 weeks as we study into action and learn from one another together and continue this work, this generations long work to come. I'm now going to pass the mic back to Rad.
Thanks, Nati. We got a special treat for you today. We are so excited to share with you this beautiful musical performance from artist Xenia Rubinos. She is a music maker who uses her powerful voice to create beats and melodies from scratch. Xenia's powerhouse vocals are at the center of her music, which grows from a wide range of influences, from R&B to hip hop to jazz, all delivered with a soulful punk aura. She dips in and out of genre and structure to create movingly powerful songs you will love. Pitchfork lauded her as a unique new pop personality, while a profile in The New Yorker described her work as rhythmically fierce. Vocally generous music that slips through the net of any known genre. Thank you, Xenia, for opening up this series and our space today with your creativity and gifts.
Thank y'all for having me. Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me okay? All right,
Yes, yes.
let's go. Gotta be a better way, we're gonna find out today. It's gonna be a, gotta be a better way, we're gonna find out today. There's gotta be there's gotta be a better way, we're gonna find out today. We're gonna find it. There's gotta be a better way, we're gonna find out today. I haven't plucked my eyebrows since the last month. One of these days, gonna let my mustache grow back in. Don't know where I'm going, only where I've been. I know that cliche's tired, I feel it on my skin. I was worried that my papa lost the chain his mother gave him the day he left. Never saw her again. Sometimes I feel like a clown and I laugh, 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 laugh. I laugh, 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 laugh. I laugh, I laugh, 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 laugh. I laugh, laugh, laugh. I laugh, I laugh, laugh. Does your brain feel fine when you're fighting? Does your brain feel fine when you're losing with your mind? Ain't got no money, got no money, got no job, got no kids, no country to live in. Who am I? I know what you are, but what am I? Well, sometimes I feel like a clown, and I laugh, then I laugh, and now I'm laugh, clown, laughing. And sometimes I feel like a queen. I stand, then I stand, now I'm standing. Who does your brain feel fine when you're fighting? Does your brain feel fine when you're losing with your mind? Can you feel your way out of the morning just in time? Can you feel your way out of the morning? Stand in line. I can't tell just how far it goes, baby. Can you tell me just how far it goes? Oh, when it gets time, all wounds do scars grow, baby. We'll see how far back it goes. Sometimes I feel like a clown, and I laugh, then I laugh. Now I'm laugh, clown, laughing. And sometimes I feel like a queen. I stand, then I stand. Now I'm standing, standing. And sometimes I feel like a joke. Then I tell, then I tell. Now I'm telling. Who does your brain feel fine when you're fighting? Does your brain feel fine when you're losing with your mind? Can you feel your way out of the morning darkness just in time? Yeah, feel your way out of the morning darkness just in time. Yeah, your brain feel fine when you're fighting. Does your brain feel fine when you're losing with your mind? Can you feel your way out of the morning just in time? Can you feel your way out of the morning? Stand in line. All right. I got one little more thing to share with y'all. I just wanted to thank you for letting me be a part of this. I'm seeing there might be some audio issues. Hopefully y'all can hear this. I just want to thank you, and I'm going to give this offering of trying something new today. And I'm going to try to play this new song. because it just feels timely for what y'all are working on. And I think y'all are working on something new too. So it felt like the right spirit to share something new. Thank you so much, and many blessings to all of you. That last song was called Laugh Clown, and this one is called Working All the Time, because we really be working all the time. Ave Maria Morena Nene, Ave Maria Morena Nene, Ave Maria Morena Nene, Ave Maria Morena Nene. I caught a fever cause I run my rhymes right, and my doobie raps tight, and my starlight shines bright, bright. I'm just a lover, I don't want to fight, but you keep putting me in cages every day and night. It keeps repeating upon me. Whoa, the same old story keeps repeating upon me. Me, it keeps repeating upon me. Whoa, the same old story keeps repeating upon me. Me. Ooh, I've been working all the time. I've been working all the. I've been working all the time. I've been working. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the. I've been Maria Morena Nene. I've been Maria Morena Nene. I've been Maria Morena Nene. I've been no cosa buena. I gotta get this paper, make it sooner or later. You gotta keep me poor and busy, or I be a danger. The truth is I'm a threat, and it's got you upset. Keep me in debt until the day I'm dead. It keeps repeating upon me. Whoa, the same old story keeps repeating upon me. Me. It keeps repeating upon me. Whoa, the same old story keeps repeating upon me. Me. Ooh, I've been working all the time. I've been working all the. I've been working all the time. I've been working. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the time. I've been working all the. Ave Maria Morena. Ave Maria Morena Nene. Ave Maria Morena. Dale, cosa buena.
Yay! Wow. Amazing. I was having a great start to my day, and now it's golden. Thank you so much, Xenia. That was amazing. Again, show some love to Xenia Rubinos. Yes. Wow, incredible. Okay. Now we're going to move into our presentation. Violist Clara Takarabe plays with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and the Los Angeles Philharmonic. Her career includes a long recording history in classical, rock, jazz, rhythm and blues, experimental music, as well as TV and movie scores. She is violin and viola professor and the philosopher in residence at the Festival de Música de Santa Catarina in Brazil, where she presents an annual public lecture series on music and philosophy. As a philosopher, she practices philosophy at the intersection of art theory, labor theory, and public sphere theory. Born in Los Angeles, Clara was educated at UCLA and the University of Chicago. She has also been a part of Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine Neurology Research Team for primary progressive aphasia and created a COVID intervention for patients and doctors through music, which was featured by the Wall Street Journal and NBC Nightly News. With that, I will pass it to Clara, who will speak with us about abuse, alienation, and our current condition as arts and culture workers, the way it works.
I am honored and deeply humbled to be here at Art.Coop's Study in Action program today to speak about our condition as artists and culture workers and what we can do to wield real power for a just world. I would like to thank Nati Linares, Caroline Woolard, Marina Lopez, and the team for organizing and thinking so deeply about justice, economy, and culture workers. I would like to welcome everyone today. We have culture makers, artists, economists, grant makers, arts commissioners, teachers and learners, and so many more to take countless next steps together. The pandemic has plunged countless artists into poverty and laid bare the structures which created this situation. In response, artists are rising up to join forces to rethink and to remake our world. And so here we are because we refuse to go back. Before the pandemic, when I spoke to many artists about their economic situation, I remember their expressions filled with anxiety and shame. Many could not speak about the future based on their present. There was a nearly wordless quality to their fear. Anxiety because there was no clear path to economic survival, or because the path that was available to them was so punishing they didn't think they could survive. We felt shame because we were disempowered and alone, divided against each other. Shame because we didn't have a path to gain power, and we hadn't yet discovered our ways of power. In the brutal reign of competition necessitated by capitalism, we couldn't envision a future except episodically, disjointed as in a nightmare. You may think these emotions and reactions are about you, that you possess these emotions, that you own these things, that you have failed, and that your art and labor are meaningless, and that your carefully cultivated labor and skill belong nowhere in time and space. But that's not true. These feelings are direct and visceral responses to the modes of production, exploitation, and our alienation, which shapes every aspect of how we are born, breathe, work, play, love, and die. Your anguish and paralysis, these are natural responses to our material reality and the modes of production that we are trapped in. You're right to sense this and to respond with psychic and physical illness. I have asked, as you have probably asked, is there a place in this world for me? Today, I would reframe that question as, is this the world we deserve? I'd like to talk a bit about employment and unemployment in art, which is separate from work and labor in art. The cycle of capital means that more and more wealth is concentrated in fewer hands in the future, according to capital, as it amasses more wealth, means that unemployment also grows by necessity if we choose to abide by the reality and submit. Don't be surprised if you find yourself unemployed, but I do not want you to feel shame or fear. Your status as part of the surplus population, as disposable labor, and hence what sociology calls human waste, this is by design in order to maximize surplus value. Artists interact directly with the commercial sector, which squeezes us and disposes of us at will, as in the commodification of our labor through Amazon, Netflix, Apple, and more. And we also interact with capital through the nonprofit sector, which is central to capital's machinery. Society tends to see the nonprofit sector as a neutral area that stands apart from the commercial realm. But what this nonprofit sector represents is the flow of money that is concentrated from profits from extraction of labor, land, and surplus. This has deep implications for what art can be, how artists can live, and how art may or may not be central to society and contribute deeply to nurturing human beings. Art requires liberated labor as a necessary condition for life building. However, artists often live at the mercy of the nonprofit sector and live by its rules, which means we are not free since we are often prodded, as Chris Myers stated, to build shrines to capital through the nonprofit channel, whilst claiming that we are serving our communities. Being rooted in our communities as artists is the way to have our bread and butter, not begging for employment with institutions of prestige or corporations who use and dispose of art workers. What do individuals and communities need? How is art intricately woven into the nurturance of human beings? Can we have a healthy society with profit motive at its core and art and care at its distant periphery? We now know that capital's priority is not the care and nurturance of human beings. For that reason, it is a failed economic model. As humans and artists, we want our work to be deeply relational. Purpose, not profit, should be the basis of our economic theory. Our society desperately needs art as care work to permeate daily life. Rather, we are a traumatized mass of despairing, neglected, fearful people, scratching and kicking at each other to survive, becoming step-by-step bystanders in a nightmarish emerging fascism. Our inaction, disorder, and confusion is their profit. Artists have many battles. We struggle with ourselves to develop our craft. We struggle with our families and society, who don't understand our processes or our functions of what we do. Society has circulated myths about the starving artist, an austere, ascetic, and mentally unstable individual who nobly and ceaselessly toils at art, but cannot survive in a dignified manner, living at the margins of society, desperate and hungry. Artists are seen as flighty and capricious, drunks and drug addicts, immaturely rebelling against social norms. As is common with cultural myths, these myths are overflowing with contradictions. For instance, the starving artist is at once ceaselessly working while simultaneously lazy, self-indulgent, and idle. This myth, this fantasy, also suggests that society has no place for art. Intrinsic to the myth of the starving artist is a theory of labor value. That labor, which is not linked to exchange value or production of surplus value or capital, has no value and cannot be valued unless it feeds into the valorizing of capital. Hidden in the starving artist fantasy is a strange formula of what bourgeois society thinks life is for and how it should be lived. Powerful messaging pervades this contradictory myth that despite the romantic depiction of the starving artist, there is a subtle message that we ought not be this person, that we should give up what society considers an indulgent madness, acquiesce to the dehumanization the world offers us in abundance, and that way we will be safe and provided for. But we know there is no safety on the other side for anyone, even for the obedient under capitalism. We don't need the celebrity or the stardom of the starving artist's repute, which requires their death for their life to gain value. We are done with the mathematics of the 1%. We don't need their grotesque romanticization of art and poverty, their conflation of starvation and misery with genius and beauty. We reject the contradictory myth of the starving artist. It has nothing to do with who we are. Society, as it is organized now, doesn't know our labor, which is why the confused myth of the starving artist is put forth. This characterization of the starving artist shows how society views the artist from a voyeuristic standpoint. They stand outside of art and of artists, and from their outsider's perspective, they create fantasies as to who we are, highlighting society's deep separation from our labor. Capitalism obscures and confuses people in every class. They have forced culture workers into the tiny and ever-diminishing space of leisure time. Hence, by experiencing our art labor in their leisure time, society has come to misunderstand our labor to be leisure when we are clearly laboring. The artist is not confused about their labor in the way that capital is, namely valuing and devaluing labor simultaneously. The internal psychology of our present economy does not possess imagination, and without imagination, there is no possibility for ethics, empathy, creativity, or love. What we must focus our energies on is building the world that needs to exist for everyone. Everyone, at every stage of life, needs art, music, theater, beauty, and imagination to be infused into daily life. Art is in everyone. We must nurture it. This is how we are human, and it is how we become humane. Art is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Why we work. Artists do their work because it is worth doing, because it is the work of making ourselves and the public human. For this reason, we don't shift around ceaselessly looking for other professions. We have found ours, and we will fight for it. Artists engage in 3 levels of care work: primary, secondary, and tertiary care. And in this case, I will talk mostly about primary and tertiary care. Primary care work is the work of intimate relations where there is strong attachment, interdependence, depth of engagement, and intensity. Artists know primary care work because it was the intimate guidance that shaped us into artists in our formative years. We know how valuable this is. Without this foundation, we cannot depart from rage or fear. We would not be free human beings without it. Primary art care gives us the possibility to be free inside ourselves. This domain teaches us to carry worlds inside us. Secondary care work involves care with a lesser degree of intimacy and commitment. Tertiary care involves the largely unknown other for for whom we have care responsibilities. It is in tertiary care that we as artists have kept the world alive in this terrible pandemic. Through our work in acting, writing, producing, stage building, and in music, in the countless shows on Netflix, Apple TV, Hulu, and Amazon, while at the same time we were dispossessed of the security and safety we needed to survive. Tertiary care is also why we are here at Art.Coop's Study into Action today, to strengthen our bonds to each other now and for the generations of artists to come who will nurture and shape our communities for the better. As primary art care is about being free inside ourselves, tertiary art care is about world making and being free together as a people. We are here today, artists, grant makers, economists, policymakers, teachers, learners. We are here to join hands with each other. Many policy and grant makers are here who are passionate and visionary artists themselves, or live a life channeled through the radicality of art, wishing to be a central partner in systems change, wishing to support artists embedded in community in a long-term vision. Today, we walk together to create a world through solidarity economy. As the author and musician Margaret Killjoy said, "Attention, grant makers, academics, and all of us serving the 1%. You are inside the system. You know it's not about changing the system from within. It's about funneling knowledge and resources to those changing it from the outside. If you live inside the castle, don't waste your time trying to convince the king to change his mind. Redirect food to distribute it outside the walls. Wait until the day comes when you can unlock the gates for the rest of us to pour in." Grant makers, we know you are here organizing your people in the ways that you can. Exiting fear and exiting shame. The way we do that is to refuse being isolated and separated from each other anymore. Reach out to each other and say, "I will not live in this world that shouldn't exist. We must build a new one." Capital destroys time. It destroyed the past, it destroys the present. The future cannot be in the possession of capital. Organizing begins to restore our relationships to each other, and it restores our present to ourselves. Organizing gives us sustenance, it gives us context, and it gives us power. I see a vast world of robust possibilities for artists to organize around. We need a music, painting, dance, theater school in every elementary, junior high, and high school. We need a theater and community arts program every few blocks in every city. We need a robust, rich rural arts program. We need heterodox economics departments in our new art schools. We need solidarity economy classes starting in primary education, continuing through the graduate level. We need social work training integrated into our art schools so that we can be integrated appropriately and skillfully into our communities. We need medical research to show how art pulses through our bodies, so we need alliances with research. We need art to drive an abolition theory for society. We need to do so much, and this list is only a drop in the ocean of art that will come to be. Organizing is a series of interlinked actions which create a new world, but so much more, because organizing is also a feeling, a psychological state. A state of belonging, warmth, excitement, astonishment for the world being created in front of your eyes with your hand in it. Organizing is the feeling of fear melting away, to find yourself strongly acting in a group who has your back. Organizing is for the next meal, but it is also for the sustenance of imagination, empathy, gentleness, and love for all those to come. Organizing means your actions matter every single moment, and that they will reverberate so far. You cannot know who is receiving the gift of your fierce fight. It is time to organize the money managers, the lawyers, the board members, to build the choir that Justice Funders talks about. We have centuries of harm that need to be repaired. And the artists building solidarity economies are in your Zoom room for the next 6 weeks, doing this essential work. This is not a time for chit-chat. This is a time for action. So how are you going to make commitments to these people who are not paid to be here with you, who are doing this for their ancestors and for their children's children? What bold action are you going to take to secure community ownership and community governance in hyper-local arts and culture spaces? The people are in your Zoom. The loneliness of capitalism is ending. We have so much work to do. I can't wait to see what brilliant and mighty organizing will emerge from all of you here today. What beautiful, breathtaking ideas, alliances, workshops, and institutions will be born. I have no doubt I will be astonished. Thank you.
Yes! Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, can we show Clara some love in the chat? Damn. Wow. Mind blown. How about you? How'd that make you feel? What stood out? I'm going to share some quotes in the chat that just really stuck with you, words that you're chewing on. Dang. Wow. Thank you, Clara. Let us know. Show Clara some love. Share some thoughts in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Yes. Wow. We're starting with the problem so we can resist this while we build the cultural economy we want. In the chat, tell us, what's the cultural economy you are building? What's the cultural economy you want? Thank you so much for joining us for our first session of Study into Action. We look forward to learning together in public over the next 4 Fridays. So much to learn, so much. We continue our series next week, Friday, September 10th at the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern, with Artists Resist and Build, where Francisco Perez, Executive Director of the Center for Popular Economics, will give us a history of organizing in the arts, with a focus on solidarity economy alternatives and artist-led resistance. The session will open with a statement written by Chris Myers of Anti-Capitalism for the Arts. We encourage you to get together in a study group with your friends, as we know students are doing at Goddard College right now. Shout out Goddard College students. And attention cohorts. If you are working with facilitators, Sonia Erica, Dre Hakome, Hope Hazala, Sade Swift, Mike Strode, Harakuti Williams, and Priyanka Das. If you're in the study cohorts, go to the Zoom link when this live session ends for a discussion in your breakout group. We'd love to continue to connect with all of you. So please follow us on IG and Twitter at _Art.Coop. Please share your notes, tag us in your screenshots, tag us in your notes. We'd love to see some creative note taking out there. And feel free to reach out to us with any questions at culturaleconomywe want@gmail.com or study@art.coop. Enjoy the weekend, everyone, and let's build a culture we want. Thank you again to Clara, Zinia, Nati, Caroline, Marina, and Shruti, Rhett, Vijay, and Emma. Again, we want to thank Haystack Mountain School of Crafts, who instigated Phase 1, and Open Collective Foundation, the home of the school for Phase 1 and 2. Study into Action is produced with support from Grantmakers in the Arts and the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, and is supported by sending partners, Minneapolis College of Art and Design, the Joan Mitchell Foundation, Arizona State University, The Field, Drexel University, and the Guild of Future Architects. Howl Round Theater Commons is producing and distributing Phase 1 and supporting us with ASL and closed captioning. We're incubating a cooperative model of study. We aim to become socially and financially self-determined and invite you to support us in this effort with gifts of time, money, art, or open source code. Any surplus from Phase 1 will support Phase 2 and 3 of our work. Our budget is completely transparent, and you can find it at opencollective.com/study-into-action. And make sure to follow us again at _Art.Coop. We encourage you to stay in touch. So share your handles in the chat if you want to stay in touch. We'll repost you if you post about us so that you can find each other that way too. Share your handles, share your Twitters, share your TikToks, share it all. And we'll see you next week for Resist and Build every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy the weekend, and thanks for joining us.